I'm Gabby. I'm here with KRTU 91.7 FM, and we're here with INOHA. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we'll go down the line. Y'all can do some introductions. Say hi.
Yeah, I'm Gavin. I play lead guitar and do some vocals sometimes.
Hi, my name's Chris. I'm the bass player.
Hi, my name's Keanu. I am lead vocalist and I play rhythm guitar.
Hi, my name is Ricky, and I play the drums and do secret vocals every once in a while. Secret.
All right, great. Well, just getting right into it. So congratulations on your first headlining tour. Y'all are going to Tennessee, Canada, New York, so many really cool places. What are you guys most excited about for this run? Is there anything in particular?
I'm most excited for regional food, trying foods that we don't have down here, also missing Tex-Mex that we have in South Texas. I think I'm looking most forward to trying new foods.
I'm super excited to see more places. Like, I've only been to like Colorado. Well, we went to Colorado a while back, and I've been there a couple times for family things. So like now I'm seeing like the whole West Coast. We're gonna see the East Coast. I've never been anywhere near the East Coast, so it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as Chris. You know, this is my first time like ever traveling, like ever, and like I literally had to buy a luggage case the other day. So I was like, oh snap! And I had to ask my girlfriend how to pack for this whole trip. So I'm excited to see the world. I'm nervous, but it's kind of like an excited nervous. You know, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm most excited, as some of the others I think said, that to see the country and really just kind of do the tour and see everywhere. To visit Canada, that would be really cool. And then also, I mean, of course, is doing the shows themselves and meeting with the fans and just having a good time. In addition, having a good time with my friends. You know, I love them, and they'll be awesome to spend time with them. So, yeah.
Great. All right, and then getting into actual shows, I'm just curious, do you guys have any like go-to pre-show rituals or traditions that you have to do before a show?
Eating is one thing. I mean, we all got to eat. I mean, we're sitting in the car all day, so catching a snack or whatever. But I think I can speak for all of us. We all got to use the restroom right before we go on the stage. And that is as truthful as it gets, you know. Nerves can make some weird things happen. So unless any of y'all have anything else, which I don't think, I think it's just using the restroom.
Yeah, it's just the restroom. And then we like getting chips and guac when we have it, but that's about it.
And I think for me personally, I like to like kind of disassociate and like kind of pace around. Like sometimes you'll just see me like walking like in random spots. Like maybe I'll be like on the roof or something, and I'll just be like just walking, and that's kind of my thing.
Yeah, for me it's eating. A little bit less of the restroom compared to some of these other guys, but I just generally like to chill out a little bit before the set. I mean, that's pretty normal. I also kind of just like to run through it in my head, you know, everything that is about to go down. But yeah, just kind of enjoying the vibe with the other guys. Kind of eases the nerves a little bit, so that's my ritual there.
Okay, and then looking back to where y'all were a year ago, we were actually here in Stable Hall for KRTU Fest. That was really great to see y'all perform. I would guess, what's the biggest lesson you've learned, or how do you feel like you've grown since then?
I stepped up as I've taken over the business side of things as tour manager. So, yes, the guys help with everything. They do all the things that I don't want to do. I don't want anything to do with social media. So they do all of our marketing, and I'm super thankful for it. But on my end, I've learned how to communicate with venues, and sometimes it's like they're not going to ask the questions, so I'm going to ask the questions. So what do I need to know to make sure the day goes smoothly for the rest of the band, making sure they have payment information, making sure we have now travel documents, work visas to get into Canada. So stepping up and learning the business side of music has been my biggest learning experience. For me, the whole playing shows, being in the band is 90% business, 10% actual music. So that's my biggest learning curve.
Yeah, Gavin's our dad. But I mean, we've all been learning just how to get better at performing some of our songs. A lot of our songs are new, so as we put songs out, we like to play it multiple times and get a better feel for it on stage. And I think that's like the main thing all of us get better at every single time.
Well, I do have to say, talking about new songs, I Should Have Known has been like on repeat for me since October.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
been on
thank
repeat.
you. I think I guess the biggest lesson for me, I think when it comes to this, is that always looking for room to improve. You know, we're playing with such amazing bands for these upcoming tours, like Flight by Nothing, for example. We're sound checking right now. You know, I kind of like to view it as like they're kind of like a friendly competition to us, you know, because it's like they themselves, you know, give off a very same thing with My Pelote too. They're both really good performers live, and you know, I think all of us collectively like to take that into account and kind of be like, okay, what can we do to kind of like, you know, stay to that level, surpass. It's really fun, I think, you know, to have that kind of like friendly competition like in like our head.
Nice. Oh no, I was gonna say since last year, I mean, I got a mixture of both in growth from everything. You know, I had to step up and run our books, and I had to find an accountant for us for this tax season. So I had to do a bunch of hunting for that, and I was working with our manager and the CPA we found and making sure everything was working out. So we survived this tax season. Yay. Awesome. And then, but creatively, I think we all have grown together. I mean, I know I personally, musically and creatively have grown, but together we've kind of grown a little bit closer and fleshed it out together a little bit better. So the new music that we're coming out, that we're coming up with and releasing is genuinely, we feel, is better work that we've produced as a band. And so we're very happy for our new EP that is coming out and the recent single that came out, Pretty Curse, which we are all very proud of. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then talking about, so fans, you guys have fans all over the world. Like, it's amazing. You're connecting with people from like Brazil and Chile and Peru. How does that global reach influence the way you guys connect with your listeners?
That's not something that I've personally thought about. I mean, I'm aware that we have fans everywhere, and I'm super thankful for them, of course. But I don't think it influences our writing in any way or how we perform. I think, it's going to sound cheesy, but music surpasses language barriers. It passes borders. So as long as we're writing good stuff, we write, I think it's 50-50. 50% the music, we have to like it. And the other 50% is it has to be consumable. Well, other people like it. And I think that's our biggest writing strength is we like it and we believe other people will like it. So as long as we keep cranking out stuff that we believe in, then I don't think and I think international fans are going to like it too.
I think it's crazy. Like, I teach guitar on the side, and he has family in Mexico, and they were over there, and he was like, "Yeah, this is my guitar teacher. This is his band." And he's like, "We know that guy." Like, and I was like, "Dude, that's crazy." Like, it is insane to think that people know us in places that we've never visited or places that I've always wanted to like go. Well, I've gone there on a cruise, but that's not really exploring it, you know? So like, I think it's awesome. It influences me to like do more here so we can get bigger in America, get further so that we can go to these other places and meet these people. That's my biggest thing. I want to meet every single fan. Like, we could have fun and like all sing our songs together, even though we don't even know what we're saying to each other.
Yeah, I will say I was actually on the phone with some friends because I'm from Los Angeles, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go interview this band," and they're like, "Okay, who is it?" And I was like, "It's INOHA," and they're like, "Oh, they did Seventh Heaven, right?" So your reach is even all the way to like the West Coast and far beyond that.
It's so cool.
Yeah, fun fact, I think West Coast is actually our biggest listener base, according to our stats and everything. But yeah, I think learning that, you know, international fans, you know, they exist. I'm in the same boat as Chris, where it's like, you know, it motivates us to, you know, keep on growing, and so that we can eventually, you know, reach them and play for them. You know, that's how I feel.
I mean, these guys knocked out a lot of the solid points there, but acknowledging that we do have international fans is just something, an important step we've had, and it's allowed us to take a look at the numbers. And when we work with our team, you know, our manager, booking agent, you know, we start taking that into account, and that's, you know, just something to look forward to for us and for fans in the future, that we know you're there and we want to come play for you at some point. yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there one day. So yeah.
Great. All right, and then talking about connecting with people, you guys blend internet slang and like pop culture. I know this was something we talked about the last time we spoke last year, but I mean like now you guys have like, you know, the 5 feet apart because they're not gay. You know, you integrated that, which I really loved. Is that something you intentionally try to do, or do you think that's something that just organically comes out with how you all are?
I think it's organic. It's never forced. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. I think it's pretty organic, but that's just the way these guys think. That's the way all of us think. They're chronically online, brain rotted to the core. So anything that is pop culture relevant, it somehow finds a way. If, like, for example, you can't even hear it, but in Pretty Cursed, there's a Vine boom in there. But it's so blended in that it's like it's in passing, no one would find it. There's lots of little hidden Easter eggs when we make these sorts of things. You know, no one else would ever notice it, but we know it's there. And I think that we like it, and it's just part of the fun.
Yeah, like Pretty Curse, we also put the low taper fade meme in there because we were like writing that, and I just remember like Keanu was like, we were just making that joke often at that point, and he was like, man, what if we could like fit it in there though, like that would kind of fit. And then we wrote it, yeah, that would be massive. And then we wrote it in, and we were like, that kind of slaps, like let's keep that, bro. Like that's it.
Yeah, I think with the whole internet slang and pop culture, I think it also makes us, more relatable, kind of more reachable, because like there are like some bands out there that have been, they created, because of us. They were inspired by us, and it feels really nice to like inspire people and also feel, I think, more relatable, because sometimes celebrities might seem like out of touch, and I think for us, we want to feel close to our fans. We want to, it's like a big group of friends and family and stuff like that. So that's I think that's where the internet slang and pop culture, it all integrates.
Yeah, it's just that type of language and jargon. We use it. The brain rot jargon. Yeah, it's there. It's in our, it's a common thread in our group here. So it connects us. Even if Gavin denies it, he enjoys it every once in a while. But he thinks it's funny sometimes. Every once in a while, it connects us, and so that connection, of us as a group, is reflected in the music we create, and it's sprinkled in there literally sometimes, and that makes our art ours. Our art ours. So yeah, that's a big part of that there, and it's really just a part of like our childhood too. Like I was rewatching some of Adventure Time, and I was like, yo, that's how we act sometimes. I was like, yo, Finn is Keanu right now. Like Keanu acts like Finn sometimes. So I was like, yeah. I was like, wow, really, the regular show and Adventure Time really just, they found their way into my brain. So that's how it is. Yeah.
Okay, and then still talking about internet slang. So the last time we spoke, you had just released 7th Mineshaft. So your Minecraft spoof of 7th Heaven. So I want to know, if you made another Minecraft-inspired parody today with more recent releases, what song would you choose?
We were talking about like, instead of Minecraft, there was like a whole trend going on with the LeBron memes. And we thought about doing a LeBron version of like a bunch of different of our songs. I thought Pretty Curse would be a good one. But if we had to do a Minecraft one, I think it would be between like Heartbreak for me. Like I'd love to figure out how to make that Minecraft related, or Guess You Out, just because Guess You Out's fun.
Yeah, I would agree with
hard-hitting
Chris. I would agree with Chris. Yeah, Guess You Out. I would say like a next time, like a next mine. Oh,
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, bro, just handed it off to me, and I don't know. I feel like, and if we're going to make what is it called? A parody, Minecraft parody, or even a parody in general, it's got to be one of our upbeat songs, something that's kind of cool. So maybe like something like Papaya Man, just to be different from Keanu, our song Papaya Man. They already said Guess You Out. But what I feel would be cool and interesting is if we used our song The Biggest Salmon and used that to parody something. I don't know. It could be for Minecraft and be like this nutty Minecraft parody where we this heavier. Yeah, because our song "Biggest Salmon" is a little bit heavier than we usually go, and that would be cool as a Minecraft parody. I don't know, any parody. So I just think that would be funny.
I've come up with my answer. It's got to be Trips. Yeah. I would love that. A Minecraft parody of Trips. I think it would be super dramatic and super stupid. That it would be perfect for it. So I think that's my choice.
Awesome. Well, I hope maybe in the future, or we'll see, or even a LeBron edit, I think would be amazing.
I think LeBron edit is first up on the
I
table.
think that would be amazing.
I think we actually have like a very like one of the first edits we've made for Seventh Heaven was a LeBron edit.
Yes,
and like
I remember that,
it finally came full circle. So maybe we might need to make another.
You predicted.
Yeah,
there you go,
we
you
predicted
it.
LeBron James.
Predicted king.
Well, 2024 was huge for y'all, and 2025 is already looking up to be super huge. I guess just what are you looking most forward to for the rest of this year? Like, biggest thing on the plate?
Two things. New music. Working on new music. I think we're, after this EP, we already announced an EP. We're going to crank out more and probably a bigger release format. I don't know what that looks like yet. But the other thing I'm looking forward to, I'm looking forward to shows across the country, of course. But it's something about coming home after being away from your house for 2 months, 3 months, sleeping in my own bed. That is the other thing I'm looking forward to in 2025. In 2 months from now, I'm going to walk into my house and like crash on my bed. So
He's excited to get home. Yeah, I think two biggest things. I'm excited to see all these different places. Again, back to the tour thing. But I'm really excited to see how far we grow with this. Like, how far these, like, do these tours boost numbers and stuff. That would be cool. That would be really cool. Because, like, I mean, hitting 1.5 million monthly listeners was insane. 1 million was insane. 100,000 was insane. So now, like, we're on the road to hitting 200 or 2 mil, and I'm like, we're on this tour. If we could hit 2 mil before the end of this year, that's crazy. Like, that would be so cool. So that's definitely like something I look forward to, hopefully doing this year. And then I'm really looking forward to see what other tours we got planned, because there's some coming up that might be really, really cool. So.
Yeah, I'm most excited for, to meet the fans that have been supporting us and, listening to us. And, I think that's going to be a lot of fun because, these fans, without, all the internet stuff, we wouldn't be here, And another thing I'm excited for is, to represent our city, San Antonio. I think that's going to be really awesome.
I can mainly echo what these guys have said, because I have a lot of the same excitement that they have. One, looking forward to see what we're going to create as a group. I'm excited for the projects that we have been thinking about for the future, and like how that's going to take form. I really think we're going to step up and continue to grow creatively and musically. And similar to what Chris said, I really like what he said, where I want to see how far we can go. And I'm excited to see how that takes shape and what we will do, the opportunities we're going to get, how we seize them, and what we learn along the way. But ultimately, I've said this before, but I look forward to see how the four of us grow together and enjoy each other's company and continue to be friends. So that's what I look forward to.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time and the thoughtful answers. Definitely looking forward to a potential LeBron edit or song in the future. I wish you all the best. Thanks so much for sitting down with us.
Hey, thank you.